Beyond Light kicks off
Let's
the
go,
next
baby.
trilogy of stories that we're trying to tell with Destiny.
Players are going to go on a journey to discover the true nature of light and dark.
Woo! Can't wait,
It's
man.
the beginning of
Can't wait.
players learning more about the darkness. And in fact, going so far as to wield it.
The music is always insane.
It's about
in these.
leaving comfort and safety behind, walking a different road than
Look at
one
that.
that you may have believed you were destined for.
What makes something bad? What makes darkness dark?
We're gonna find out, baby.
Who's right? Who wasn't? How are those learnings going to change the characters that you have gotten to know over the last 6 years?
Whoa! Let's go! See Drifter in action. Forged in the storm. Let's see what we got, guys. Let's see what we got.
Beyond Light's really the beginning of a new adventure. Guardians, for the longest time, have been bathed in the light, sort of this altruistic force fighting back evil. And now we're starting to move into that gray area between the light and dark.
If the darkness reaches out, we must reach back.
I will not sanction this.
In Season of Arrivals, the Vanguard is divided. You have some characters telling you, you know, we should fight these ships, and we have other characters who are saying, no, 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 we should find out what they want. We should get to know them and understand more. But it definitely comes to a head.
This next year in Destiny is really just about how all the different characters and factions are reacting to these disappeared destinations and what that means as the pyramids have arrived in our system, not for the first time, but for the second time.
As long as
We're
we
going to
get
see the
loot.
return of a character who's been absent for a pretty long time in The Stranger, and boy, does she have a lot to say, and she has a lot of time to explain.
When I know more, you'll know more.
She has shown
What is
up
that bow?
to encourage us to take on the darkness, and the only way to truly stop it is to work with it.
And
That's
here
cool.
comes our guardian. Right on time.
Oh, we're on time, baby. And we're not messing around,
Why
let me
did
tell
the
you that.
darkness invite us here?
Europa is literally like a time capsule.
This looks
Europa
badass.
is huge.
Killer destination, freezing cold.
Desolate.
Some of the most beautiful spaces I've ever seen in a video game.
There was a lot built on Europa during the Golden Age, and a lot of that was built underground. Clovis Bray had some research facilities there, really pushing the limits of technology and innovation there, maybe stepping into some things that we shouldn't have.
Whoa.
Under the ice, all kinds of secrets.
I'm so excited for what players are going to find.
Oh, yes. We are too. We are too. Is that the raid? Gotta say, it looks beautiful, man.
The storm on Europa was actually something we've wanted to do for a long time.
We wanted it to feel harsh.
The weather system is so awesome. Like, you're walking through
Oh, look
an
at that
open space,
snow.
and all of a sudden, things start happening.
Coming across like
Man.
Fallen or Vex for the first time, you can barely make out the glow in their eyes.
The sound of the wind, the ice will change based on what the weather is looking like. You'll actually feel every piece of the environment changing around you to match the storm.
That is badass.
Europa itself is a pretty foreboding place. Aramis is there in advance of us, and she set up a forward base. She has lieutenants who have gotten their hands on stasis, gotten their hands on the darkness, and they're learning to wield it.
One by one, we will rise again.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
And so I think her motivations are really interesting, too.
Today, we begin breaking free from our chains.
Aramis really challenges a lot of the ways that we think about light and darkness. She's gonna make you think about your relationship with the Traveler.
That could be
She's a
interesting, man.
compelling leader, and she has a vision. And especially after the collapse of their society, people, I think, the Fallen wanted someone to follow.
Is the
You know,
light gonna be enough?
There's always the fact that we always need to hear the second side of the story, right? So this is gonna be extremely interesting. We don't know what it is. Like, maybe we've all just been pretty much living in a lie as Guardians, you know? Like, maybe the Traveler is the evil. That can be a thing. And I don't know what it's going to end up being, but let me tell you guys, I am super excited for this. I'm just going to shut up now and continue watching because, you know, I'm pretty hyped.
I think we've seen that we need some new tools to fight our enemies with. Maybe it's time to fight fire with fire or ice with ice.
The more loot, the better.
Stasis is, you know, not just a set of new supers, but it's a new damage type.
We've
got Solar
look at that.
Void, Arc, and now we've got Stasis.
The idea for Stasis all really came back from the gameplay idea of freezing someone.
That was kind of the theme that everyone kind of rallied behind. You know, Dima's an amazing concept artist, had some images that really kind of put us on the right path.
What really was landing with that was the more crystalline notion. So when we say cosmic ice, that's kind of where the cosmic comes in.
The music, dude, it hypes
Once
you up.
Once solid, I'm able to hit him again and just shatter him into pieces.
All the way.
Pieces break apart and explode into sharp shards that can damage you. So all of that kind of came together when we landed on that theme.
Woo! Show me more bows.
Stasis is going to not only change the way that you can attack or approach combat, there's also some really great ways that you can upgrade it.
Then you start getting into like the more interesting parts, things that we're calling aspects and fragments, which are additional ways to modify your subclass.
We need that.
Aspects are a little bit more potent. And then the fragments are the things that are class agnostic, but depending on what your class is and depending on what your aspects are and how you want to play, you're probably going to be starting to select different ones in there. This is just the beginning for Stasis. We're going to continue to expand on it. We're just excited for players to get their hands on this.
So are we, baby. Just give the game. Give it to us right now.
We're creating a new palette like Stasis. We do what we call a source jam. Everyone on the team blocks out about a week where we can say, okay, you're going to go out into the world, microphone, recorder, record anything that reminds you of cosmic ice. That gives us the palette
that is crazy.
We can build the eventual sounds out of.
I found personally that the best way to do it was at night. But doing screams, screeches, and blood-curdling yells is a little scary at night. Then I had a really rumbly stomach, and that also was recorded. There was also a breast pump.
Come on, man. Oh, that is so crazy.
You have to make use of what you got.
In Beyond Light, we have new exotic weapons for you.
All we need.
Woo! No Time to Explain is coming back.
Better
Instead
than
of
ever,
just
baby.
Being the gun that refills your magazine when you land precision hits, you actually get a little time portal, and it starts spitting out rounds alongside you. You can actually have that on top of the Arc Soul, so you can be your own little
Oh,
firing
they
squad
actually
built for
said it, man. Double.
Another one we have is the Laments. It uses up your
That's
sword's energy
insane.
to give yourself a new combo that ends up in a big spinning slash.
Oh, nice.
Probably the largest selling point for a lot of people is that it slices right through barrier champions.
Love to see
The
it.
largest draw for most people is actually going to be the fact that it is a chainsaw sword.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Just
For
got
Beyond
sliced.
Light, we really wanted to create exotic armor pieces that formed a key part of your build around which all the other parts of your build could revolve.
Yeah, I want to see
For
this.
example, the Titan gets the Icefall Mantle, which is a set of exotic arms that looks like it is crafted from Golden Age tech. When you
Okay.
activate it, you sort of slam your arms down, create a burst of stasis energy, and then you cover yourself in an overshield.
Got it. How long does
The
it
Warlock
last?
exotic is Necrotic Grip. If you are facing a wave
Oh my
of thralls
God.
running at you, you can nail them with your melee attack and it starts to burst and sort of cascade through the whole group.
That is insane. That is so cool. What the hell? What the hell?
There's a lot there for newcomers coming in too. If you've got a friend who hasn't tried it out, it's a really great time to jump in on New Light, that entry experience for free players.
Last year, when New Light launched, we brought back a small portion of the Cosmodrome. This year, we're bringing back a much larger portion of the destination.
It takes some of the experiences that started with original Destiny 1.
This is so cool to
puts
see,
them
man.
And stitches them together in a different way and adds new things and tells a different story.
What you're going to meet in this new opening experience is a character with not one, but two names from Fast and the Furious, Shah Han.
Thank the light. I didn't think we had other Guardians on patrol here.
What I love about the Cosmodrome
is
it
crazy.
feels like Destiny distilled.
We got voice acting back too, it seems like, man. Which is
Season of the
really
Hunt
nice.
picks up where Arrivals left off.
Other forces are taking advantage of the darkness to make their move forward, including Xivu Arath, a sister of Oryx.
Whoa.
And she's taking this opportunity to build up an army. And we're working with Osiris to try to stop her.
Osiris goes out, stumbles across these hive growths that are driving combatants crazy.
Osiris is in trouble, and of course, you're his only hope.
Oh, he got annihilated. Oh, that's ULDREN. He just saved Osiris.
I warned you it was going to be dangerous down here. Impossible.
Oh, baby, this story's gonna be insane.
We finally catch up to what we saw at the end of Forsaken, where we saw ULDREN being brought back to life by a ghost.
ULDREN, who now refers to himself
This
as
is
Crow,
absolutely
He
crazy.
doesn't know what he did. The slate's been wiped clean when he was resurrected as a Guardian.
We know what he's done, and we know what he could be capable of doing. So now we're going to spend some time watching him go back and forth. And that's going to question how we look at him, how we look at ourselves, how we look at the light, how we look at darkness.
In Season of the Hunt, we're partnering with the Crow and Osiris to take down the High Celebrant.
Wow.
It's creating these cryptoliths around the system, and those cryptoliths are attracting Elixian Cabal and corrupting them. So Xivu Arath is essentially corrupting herself and army, and it's our job to put a stop to it.
I'm really excited to see Xivu Arath fleshed out more and to find out more about her relationship with Savathun and what that means for Year 4 of Destiny.
Savathun has been placing dominoes, and at the end of Year 4, she's going to knock down the dominoes. We're going to see what she's been really up to. And so this year, she's putting the last pieces in place.
The wait for Savathun has been absolutely ridiculous. The biggest enemy ever, period.
Destiny is just a really incredible world, and there are so many stories for us to tell.
We have a lot to look forward to. Beyond Light, then the Witch Queen, and then Lightfall, and all the seasonal content between. We feel like we've got a really great way to bring people together. Working through COVID and working through some of the other turmoil in the world right now has been really challenging.
I have to admit, I've been pleasantly surprised with how well we've been able to get things done.
We're committed to your characters and your community of players. We want to meet you where you are.
I think the thing that excites me the most about Destiny's future is how much it's rooted in where we come from.
Oh, that's
Seeing
barracks.
villains revealed and finding out secrets that we've been hinting at for years.
When I look at the team that we're building and continuing to grow and hire, the new leaders that are coming up in Destiny, that gets me super excited.
Tell me about it, Luke. Tell me about it.
Destiny's best days are ahead of us.
Love it. Woo! Let's go, baby. That was a lot of information, man. That was a lot of information. We saw so many things. First of all, let's talk about the loot. The exotics looked absolutely beautiful, especially that Warlock Punch. You guys saw how that just went all through all the thralls there. What can I say? Absolutely beautiful. I need it right now. But what about ULDREN? What about all the crazy story stuff that is happening? I just can't wait, guys. I hope you are as excited as I am, because there's a lot of stuff that is going to be coming with Beyond Light. Seems like the maps are going to be big. Seems like the content is going to be there. I just hope that the raid, I really hope that the raid is very, very good, because the raids always set the tone to the content, right? Because they are the end game. And as long as that is good, as long as the trials loot is good, as long as the raid loot is better than ever, this expansion will have absolutely zero issues. And if this raid is anything close to Last Wish, because Last Wish, in my opinion, was one of the best raids Destiny has ever had, we will have absolutely no problems with this expansion and the content. So let's hope for the best. I really, really am looking forward to try it out. I hope you guys are too. Actually, you know what? I'm pretty sure you guys are too. What about ULDREN? Is he gonna be the good guy now? Will we be able to forgive him for all the stuff that he has caused? Of course, I'm talking about Cade's death. I mean, Cade was a legend, right? He was a badass, and then he's gone pretty much because of ULDREN. How is the story gonna go? There's just so many questions, and in general, guys, the content looks good. The exotics look very interesting, both the weapons and the armor pieces. Yeah, I am super excited for this. I really am. And after watching this Vidoc right here, I was like, you know what? We're gonna get some answers. I feel like I'm full of more and more questions now, which is a good thing, because it means that we will be more invested into the story, right? This game deserves a really, really good ending to this amazing story. And even though the story itself isn't in the game most of the time, which is really annoying to me, I would love to know all of the things that we used to get from the Grimoire or whatnot from the game itself, from the characters, just talking to us and telling the stories, and just some cool cinematics maybe, you know, just to get us even more invested to all of this. Of course, that would be cooler, but the fact that the whole universe of Destiny is just undeniably gorgeous. So hopefully they fix those mistakes. They put more of the story into the game that would make it feel way more alive, in my opinion. I can't wait to check out the story, and above all, I can't wait to test out the loot. Okay, let's be real here. That's what matters, the loot. As long as the loot is on a completely different level, woo, we're gonna be happy all the way. So let's have fun together in the game. Thank you once again for all the amazing support, guys, and as always, have a crazy beautiful day.